Welcome back to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Those of you that were with us for game number 1 today, either between Mimico and Toronto on the other floor or KW Oakville right here on the red turf. The double blue jerseys of St. Catharines occupy the home bench now. This for our 1 o'clock matchup just past the top of the hour here, local time, as Burlington occupy the visitors bench and go right to left in their black jerseys with white lettering. They work it to the outside. That one in on net. Goaltender collapsing over top. And it's played across for Connor Watson. In comes Watson, a hard shot there. And a save made by Lucas Nagy, who had a tremendous first day Saturday last week. Stick shatters here in front of Nagy. And an early power play here coming to St. Catharines. It's the 0-0 of Cam McLeod getting the start for Steve Toll and company, the St. Catharines Athletics. A 2-2 record for St. Catharines, 2-1-1. They still have the tie on their record against Six Nations as a quick stick shot to the right side of Nagy. He'll hang on for the save. And tomorrow morning, the 11 o'clock game will be the rematch between Burlington and Six Nations. The two teams have decided to play an overtime period. I believe it'll be following that game. So regardless of what happens, they'll get a decision from that game, and then they'll play overtime to sort out the tie situation. Again, there was a statement released by Mark Grimes, the commissioner, last week, as a save there by McLeod, and then another one posted at the OJLL. Another $5 in the jar there for that one. But at the OJLL on social media. Power play sets up again in the pass there just behind Braden Maya. Picked up by Michael Grace. Grace for Matt Anderson here. Trying to kill some time halfway through the shot clock and only 40 seconds remaining here in the penalty time. 2.5 gone in our period, playing 15-minute, 3 15-minute periods. If this is the first game that you watched, be sure to get caught up in the playlist located on both this channel and our other one. Main channel handling the blue pad today, along with Lance Wynn, Whitby Warriors, Peterborough Lakers ongoing right now. Another quick stick opportunity for Brendan Boyle. Wanted a reset, not going to get it as Nagy. They say it went over top of hip. Penalty about to expire as St. Catharines will bring it up and over center. Two teams that like to run the ball. This one could be quick. It'll be back and forth. A low shot here on the run by Carter Zavitz. And the save made by Nagy. Rebound, they still fight for it as down over top. I think Liam Ham thought that it was underneath. Scott Delzato gave him a shot. Knox, Delzato, and English among the top scorers in the OJLL in the first week. Under 10 on the shot clock now for Burlington. Meanwhile, Alex Simmons leading the way with 15 assists for 17 points and 7 goals last week from Sam Leclerc and Carter Zavitz. They pale in comparison almost to the 11 put up by Sam English. Up top, a shot there. That one does hit Nagy before going out of play. Off the stick of Liam Ham, already with 4 minutes gone in this period, and 4-3 the shots favoring St. Catharines. Out to the half boards, a bit of a stumble there before it's picked up. And away goes Burlington. Quick turnover, however, as St. Catharines have it back. Hard shot there, partially blocked off the defender from Keelan Pilon. Appreciate him correcting pronunciation for me on social media. Had a bit of conversation through private message and wished all the best, and we'll make sure that Keelan Pilon is pronounced correctly the rest of the weekend. McLeod thought he had it in his crease, thought he also had the stick chop. I might agree with him. But the official disagrees with all of us as Aiden Bice brings it back. The officials are Chris Williams, Blair Ferguson, Kyle Coulter, same as last game here on the red pad. We'll have them for 3 straight games. As a collision here as they fight over this loose ball. 5 of the shot clock is going to come from long range. And sitting on top of it is Nagy as Maya ripped his shot. Late in the shot clock again, they try and go high on McLeod. He had to stand tall. Now goes low as the shot comes from Delzato. And a chop after the fact as Knox was running through. Here's Pilon again. Stumbles, now turns back. Pilon shoved down to the turf. As it's all the way outside. We are 5-on-5, have been for a few minutes now. 8.5 left in our first period. Trying to take it out of the corner is Will Cecile. And this is killing the shot clock here for St. Catharines. Most of them have gone back on defense already as Burlington picks it out of the corner. Still scoreless in a hard-fought first period to this point. Kind of surprising when you see the numbers these two teams put up in the first weekend, but there's Braden Saris hopping his way into a shot. McLeod makes that save. Rebound picked up by St. Catharines, and here they come. 2-on-1, possibly 3 is the shot, and a shoulder save made there by Nagy as Mason Kaminga came flying down the near boards. Hard hit far side off the reset. And Braden Maya will have it. Maya lost it momentarily, now tries quick stick. And again, that one tipped in front. Possibly looking onto the crease for Keaton Zavitz. Pilon, Carter Zavitz, far side here. Looking for the return pass, elects to go to Pilon instead. 10 on the shot clock. Pilon for Zavitz. They look off Maya, the hard shot, and skips past the net and off the end boards as 2 Chiefs go racing down the floor. Picked up by Ethan Riggs. Spinning off pressure, Jacob Saunders. And now a high step back the other way for Tyler Halls. Burlington bench won a substitution call. They're get a crease one instead and end up with the ball here as that ball was pushed back into McLeod. I believe off the stick of Aiden Bice. Saris, Del Zotto. Goes there to Ty Argent. Back in the corner, shot wide of the mark, off the end boards. Argent there to keep the possession alive. Sam English now, under 10 to play. English one-on-one. Saris setting the pick. English on the run, his sidearm shot saved by McLeod. First dangerous chance we see for top goal scorer after the first weekend for Burlington. Under 6 to go as we go back and forth. He's going to stand his ground, but the ball is loose, and it will be picked up by Burlington. Boyle over center for Sam English. Pardon me, that's Anderson. English trailing the play now. Sam English cutting to the net. And a rebound that bounced out. And right in the stick of Owen Friesen. 2-on-1 again. Felix Cote the shot. Bodies go flying as the rebound kept in the crease there by Nagy, and he'll give up to Michael Grace. Flip pass from Jason Knox for Alexander Marinier. Back for Knox again. Back up for Marinier. He's calling for a change off the bench, and he'll get it with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in a period that has flown by. McLeod sees the loose ball and then gets bumped, and that's going to cause a conversation and not much else as Del Zotto shoves with his man. Thought we might be getting a penalty. Yes, we are, for roughing. Saw Deo Sindate Macomber running out of the pile, and usually the slowest man on the floor is the guilty party. This time it is as well, as it's Marinier going off. So St. Catharines looking to break the deadlock here with 4 minutes left in our opening period. Look at the back and forth passing there, east-west from St. Catharines, ends up in the stick of Simmons. And now Boyle for English. .30 seconds gone in the penalty. Sam English. Holding on to it up at the restraining line. Under 10 to go in the shot clock now. Sam English has had it the entire time. Draws the double team. Ball loose. Picked up by St. Catharines. They'll get their reset. And McLeod. Stick tap of the backside for his defender, Thomas Whitty. As we're halfway through this St. Catharines power play with 3 minutes left in our first period. Pilon in the middle, turns and fires, and Maya will indeed break the ice here on the power play. Thought they may have been a little too pretty married to the play early on. A couple too many passes, but their next trip down the floor just straight into the middle for Braden Maya, and he puts it in behind Nagy for a 1-0 lead. Not surprising, these two teams, low scoring. Not surprising, the fast pace either, as Lucas Nagy in the 2 games on this turf last week had shutout streaks of 33 minutes plus and then 24 minutes plus to start his games. And of course, back to that 9 p.m. feature matchup last week, Oakville, St. Catharines, one of their 2 losses on the weekend last week. I believe the officials got a penalty coming here. There was one right in front of the play that didn't call it, but it'll be to St. Catharines. And it's Mason Kaminga going off, dropping the player right in front of the loose ball. So after a power play goal from St. Catharines, chance here for Burlington on the man advantage. Knox, Del Zotto, hard shot, Luke Pilcher. Ends up off the end glass. No time for a change here for 3 Burlington forwards, as now Knox will get off. It's kept on the near side for Tyler Halls. Halls will go up for Simmons. Simmons cutting to the net. No pass there, as Zavitz will just run it away and dump down into the corner. Simmons a little close to Nagy on that exchange after, again, we saw McLeod take a bump. Here's Knox off to his right. Taking top spot, Del Zotto will go into the middle to throw a pick. Played back here for Pilcher, a low shot, McLeod sits on the rebound to make that save. 45 seconds left here in the power play. Minute 10 to go in our first period. Halls right under our broadcast position, being pinned there against the boards. I believe that's Carter McKenzie. As Jason Knox now comes off the bench. 14 seconds left in the power play. We're into the final minute of the period. Shot there from Knox, who picks a corner. And we're tied up. Both goals in the game now coming on the only 2 penalties. As it's 1-1 with 41 left in period number 1. Crouching into the face-off here. Travassos winning that forward for English. Sam English for Knox. 30 seconds left in the period. Both teams will have 2 timeouts they can use at any time in the game. Only 1 per period, however. There's Anderson. Quick stick for Saris on the crease. He ran through it. Couldn't pick it up even if he did get there, as St. Catharines runs in. Debating if they want the timeout. Steve Toll calling for it. And took a couple extra seconds, but they will get the break they desire with 10.5 left in the first period. Wins on the day already for Toronto Beaches over the Mimico Mountaineers. And the Oakville Buzz over Kitchener-Waterloo. Currently ongoing on the blue pad with Lance Wynn, Whitby Warriors, Peterborough Lakers. And coming up after this game at 3 p.m. here on the red turf, Six Nations Arrows, Brampton Excelsiors. Again, that game scheduled for 3 p.m. Eastern time as we just passed 1:20 here in Oakville. Ball will be restarted at the restraining line in the stick of Pilon. He goes into the corner. Goaltender out for McLeod as a bouncer off the end glass. That was really quick in the time clock there as Sam LeClaire tries to get a late one. And the save made by Nagy after a back and forth first period sees us tied 1-0. We'll take a quick timeout and be back to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. You are watching OJLL action on the JVI Sports Network.
Hey guys, this is Paul Dawson from the Rochester Nighthawks.
And this is Dan Lomas of the New York Riptide. We've come together to create Back of the Bird, sports stories from the best spot they're told, the back of the plane. We're sitting down with NLLers across the league to chat about Junior A, Senior A, NLL, MLL, everything that goes along with it, on the floor, off the floor, and it's presented by Cottage Springs. So give us a listen wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify, Apple, and I swear you'll love it.
Like and subscribe.
Peace. Swipe up.
Ride the tide with Coastline Lacrosse and their catalog of lacrosse stringing products. Tidal Mesh, new from Coastline Lacrosse, features nylon-free yarns and superior construction to provide a weatherproof, durable, lightweight product that will help you elevate your game on the field or in the barn. Tidal Mesh is consistent, responsive, and most importantly, manufactured in North America. Coastline Lacrosse is a proud sponsor of the Minneapolis Wheat Kings of the Interstate Box Lacrosse Association and is proud to support the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. Visit coastlinelacrosse.com to learn more about Tidal Mesh today. Ride the tide. coastlinelacrosse.com. Ontario Junior Lacrosse League broadcasts are brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. Hashtag Milk Up. Our thanks to them and all of our sponsors for helping put on the tournament and bring you these broadcasts free on YouTube. 2 channels for you today. Taking you all the way to our final primetime matchup of the night, starting at 9 p.m. local time. It'll be Six Nations in Oakville over on the blue pad. As we here on the red side focus our attention on the East Division. Again, late in the shot clock, this will be a fun period here. Saw the teams running and a quick pace in that first period. It's a short offensive run down to the opponent's goal as we've switched sides. That was Nagy down to the left making an early save, and McLeod staying in the net to our right. Shots in that period favored Burlington, 14-11. So tight in the shot department as well. Here's Luke Pilcher. Couple fakes and a shot. Just enough room past the defender and under the arm of McLeod. for the goal there for Burlington. They take a 2-1 lead. The first even strength goal of the game. Just a beautiful finish on that shot as it changes directions right at the last second. Just a hitch at the end of the shot to get it past the defender, and also the defender right in line with where McLeod was, just past the arm and in the back of the net. And there's the answer. Just like that, we're back tied for St. Catharines. Sam Leclerc with the response just after. And by just 23 seconds after the goal from Luke Pilcher, Sam Leclerc the equalizer. And then no one wants the ensuing faceoff. Still looking for it. It will be picked up here by Zavitz. Pardon me, Whitty. As Whitty gives to Maya. This is Carter Zavitz now. All the way back up top. Here's a shot from Maya. Save Nagy. Out of the corner. Played up top. Sam Leclerc looking to pass it far side. It hit off a body and drops errant. Has it picked up now by Braden Maya. Loose ball though for Burlington. Need to get it over. And just do with about a second and a half to spare as Will Cecile cleared the zone. Jason Knox to the crease. And his shot, that one goes up and out of play. Trent Jackson will come over the stripe now. Here for Keaton Zavitz. All the way back across for Pilon. Keelan Pilon. For Alex Simmons. Pilon will take it with 5 on the shot clock. Pilon cross crease, and he got dumped after the pass, which didn't connect and results in the shot clock violation, but well down the floor already was Burlington. Thomas McDonald. Bouncer into the crease there. McLeod had to deal with a bouncing ball, and then Scott Del Zotto torpedoing into his crease. Three and a half gone here in the period as they call for the reset. And a moving screen immediately. And we'll go back the other way. No one wants possession at this point in what is a 2-2 game. Sam English will try and slow it down. Now for Knox. Back to the near side. Deosindate Macomber. For English. Now Knox turns and fires. Bouncer past McLeod. And St. Catharines and Felix Cote. Out across center. Hard shot coming here from Maya. Product of High Point University. Already with one in the game. Michael Grace. Here for Sam English. one of two Princeton players, including him and Braden Saris, on this Burlington Chiefs lineup. Ty Argent looking in the middle for Pilcher. Pilcher got dropped just as the shot clock sounds. Heard the whistle, thought it might be going back the way of Burlington, but no, Sam LeClaire will just jog it down. Over to the far side. Pilon fakes through the middle, goes to the crease. He's down, and also down is now Marinier and LeClaire. And a penalty called. It'll be a trip, as there was bodies going everywhere on that most recent possession. Blair Ferguson hearing it from Steve Toll on that St. Catharines bench. Pilcher goes after that loose ball, and a slashing call here is getting up slowly is John Kitt, and I believe he's going to be the guilty party to put St. Catharines down 2 men. Now Kitt went down at the hands of a slash, pardon me, and it'll be Luke Pilcher going to sit, so my apologies there. 15 seconds into the initial call against St. Catharines. We're back 4-on-4 now. A lot of room to work. Out to the far side, that's off a body. Shot from Liam Ham. As they get the reset though, does St. Catharines controlling this rebound? I think there was a crease dive coming, but in the crease, played by St. Catharines, and the Athletics player had it in his stick. The stick got chopped out of his hands, and he's getting called for a delay of game here. So after we if we flew through that first period, the penalties have slowed us right down now as we play 4-on-3. A minute and 20 remaining in that initial penalty. 9 minutes to go here in the second period with Sam English. Shot that McLeod saves as it came straight down the pipe. Now a bit of a miscue back here for Mason Kaminga. That's the first time since the initial penalty call against St. Catharines that Blair Ferguson gets to run past the St. Catharines bench, and he's heard it the entire time as a 2-on-1 developing here in favor of Burlington. From way outside, Maya just taking time off, and that'll be an over and back. 39 seconds left on the initial penalty here as we're tied 2-2. Then 54 on the only one to Burlington, 1:10 remaining on the third. I hope you caught all that. There will be a quiz immediately following this period. There's Ty Argent passing to the far side. It went errant. Scott Delzato had to go chase it down. Delzato off a body. The rebound rolls back into the crease for McLeod, pardon me. Airing out that pass. Looking for Kaminga. It was intercepted cleanly by Burlington. Lucas Nagy slamming the pads, letting everybody know that the first penalty has expired. We're 4-on-4 lacrosse here for 10 seconds. As a rebound controlled here by Burlington. And halfway mark of the second period. The second penalty has expired, the first one against Burlington. And we'll go hidden ball play here between Pilcher and Knox. And it's Pilcher that has it. Oh, I think that hit a body in front. I don't know if McLeod caught it or not. Everybody was confused. They wanted a reset. Not going to matter as Knox scores from up top. What a sequence there from Burlington. And it ends with the go-ahead goal. 3-2 right now. As the shot came from Pilcher. I thought when it happened live it hit a defender's body, but they were saying on the floor it hit McLeod. But moot point, as with 3 on the clock, Jason Knox scores to add to his total. Now 6 goals on the season. Here's Simmons. Looking for someone in the middle. It's right off the back of a defender for Burlington. That defender has about 3 pieces of stick lying on the carpet. Here's Sam English. His sidearm shot saved by McLeod. English will pick up his own rebound, but after he went through the crease. So it'll be Athletics possession now. Here come the A's. Zavitz filled in. Turning and firing here is Simmons, and Nagy there to make the save. Outside boards looking for Carter Zavitz. Zavitz will pass and make the change. Back inside the restraining line. Here's Maya cutting his way through, and as falling, took a shot that Nagy was forced into a save. Nagy coming out to throw a pick now to allow Cecile to bring it up over center. Everyone was yelling at him on the bench, and he turned and fired. I think he thought the official was one of his teammates in that black jersey. So here's Braden Saris. Now Anderson. His shot bounces off a body. And it'll be picked up again by Connor Watson. Watson for LeClaire. Out in the middle, Pilon his shot and a rebound. Picked up in along the corner. Controlled by Timon English. First time we've called his name, and we've seen this from Burlington and Dan McRae throughout this tournament. Once we reach the halfway point, almost using 2 sets of lines to keep the legs fresh. Pilcher, Saris, English, back for Braden Saris now. Easy to spot with that yellow bucket. And then over the shoulder, chance from Pilcher. The Athletics are just going to wait it out. Get the reset and come up over center. Here's Pilon to the outside. Going back here for Simmons. He takes it to the net and scores. As we're tied up again this time. Alex Simmons. Online score that went to the wrong side, so if you are following along, now it's been changed. Burlington fans holding their breath for a second as that goes on the wrong side of the ledger. Out of the corner, a couple fakes, Nagy's down, and a big pile up as Maya puts it over top of the fallen netminder to give St. Catharines the lead. No general admission public ticket access here, but there is a lot of scouts and a lot of eyes as players and coaches were given a couple tickets to distribute to fans who have to leave immediately after their game. You have to fill out a COVID checklist online before you come in through QR code, and Wear a mandatory mask while you're inside the facility, but none of that getting in the way of the cheering section for the St. Catharines Athletics now. We're putting a bit of a run together. And down and hard and possibly hurt is Tyler Halls. We heard the thud from here as he gets up slowly, holding the back of his helmet, it looks like, over on that St. Catharines bench. Have to keep our eye on him as Del Zotto eats a shot low off the leg from Keaton Zavitz. Delay here, and I think Chris Williams has picked up a penalty. It'll be to St. Catharines again. This Burlington power play has been absolutely lethal throughout this tournament so far. And here's Pilcher for Knox. Del Zotto setting a pick in front, and Pilcher sends it off the leg of John Kitt. Knox with it. English now, and McLeod there to make the save with 1:35 remaining in the penalty. Kaminga across center. Ball right in front of the St. Catharines bench. As now turning and firing from long range was Kaminga. All of that just designed to take time off the clock. And just now leaving the bench, Tyler Halls, as he had a conversation with the trainer, I think trying to talk his way back into the game. Here's a save from McLeod, full splits first off, and then covers up on the shot from Del Zotto. He had Pilcher right in front of the crease. The only reason Halls went down there, it looked like, was to get his helmet adjusted, as he's back on the bench, still has yet to put his bucket on, as it looks like he's getting ready to back and retake the floor, which is good to see after that, what could have been a scary collision. 5 on the shot clock here, though. Spinning and firing, a bouncer that goes wide from Simmons. Simmons a 99, so an older lineup for this St. Catharines Athletic squad. I was about to say, I've heard him and Carter Zavitz and a number of these players for a number of years. Is that shot from Ty Argent just off the post. They've got a player out of the box and down all alone. It's a change here for Pilon, whose shot goes high over top of the Burlington net. Closing on a minute left to go. 1 goal lead here for St. Catharines. It's Sam English to the outside in the corner. Shots favor Burlington 22-20 as Anderson will spin off coverage. Back to Deo Sandate Macomber. And Sam English again. Del Zotto the pick in front. He looked like he was headed to the crease, but the ball didn't get there. As the A's will take it back, led by Thomas Whitty. To the outside for Zavitz. Now back up top. Here's LeClaire. And Maya. Maya east-west there for the shot, looking for Zavitz. And a big hit down in the corner as LeClaire came across the crease. Swiped at it, and we got lockup of face masks here with only one official, and it looks like he is indeed, was going to let him go and then thought better of it at the last minute. Brendan Boyle having a word with anybody who will listen over there on that St. Catharines bench as he goes off. Can't see the number of the St. Catharines player that was involved in the corner, but on the whistle, the ball came out to Leclerc, and I'm surprised Leclerc didn't get the delay of game first, which probably would have cooled off all of this that happened after. But it was Boyle that came in and said something and laid out Leclerc, and then one of his teammates coming to his defense. All of this with 18.4 remaining here in the second period in what is a 4-3 score off a run from St. Catharines. Double minor up for Burlington. And a deuce on the side for St. Catharines. Burlington doesn't like the call. As we're 4-on-4, but Cam McLeod will come out of the net to make it 5-on-4 for St. Catharines in the final 18 seconds here. Slowly walking his way forward is Simmons. They go down in the corner. Oh, a sneaky little shot there. And then turning and firing after the rebound. Maya wants it. It's loose. And no one there to grab it for Burlington or St. Catharines as the horn sounds. And will send us to our second intermission break. Again, the other game ongoing right now on the other floor, Whitby Warriors, Peterborough Lakers, Lance Wynn. We'll take you through that on the other JVI Sports Network channel. Reminder that we have two of them, so be sure to subscribe to both and turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a minute of the action as we bring you all kinds of lacrosse here from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center, which is where we'll return in about 2 minutes' time for period number 3 of what's a tight matchup so far between the Burlington Chiefs and the St. Catharines Athletics.
Become a member of the Rock City Builders Club and never miss a moment of the Rock's inaugural season at Hamilton's First Ontario Centre. Rock City Builders Club members get the best seats at the absolute best price. The benefits are many and most notably include a 3-year price lock guarantee and an exclusive Rock City Builders Club jersey for each and every seat you purchase. Visit TorontoRock.com and make the best decision of your summer when you purchase a Rock City Builders Club season membership. So what are you waiting for? Your seat in Rock City awaits.
Today's Ontario Junior Lacrosse League broadcasts are brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. Hashtag Milk Up. Our thanks to them and all of our sponsors once again, as there seems to be milk advertising plastered all over the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. And a few of those going to be consumed after this game, as both of these teams will be back out on the floor later this afternoon for part of 2 games here today for both of these teams, for all teams in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. 4 on the weekend, and how about 8 over the span of 8 days? Be sure to follow at JVI Video on social media, at the OJLL. As we go throughout the day, we near 2 o'clock here, Eastern Time in Oakville, Ontario. As Pelon near the side of the crease. Nagy there to cover it up, and it was flipped out of play by the St. Catharines player, as again we remain 4-on-4 here to start this second period. 40 seconds remaining in the St. Catharines minor penalty for roughing, and I believe it was a check from behind. We got Liam Ham for face masking and Brendan Boyle 2 for roughing. I believe he'll be getting a face masking as well, as here comes English. English cutting his way and still has it as he takes to the cage and knocked away at the last second into the stick of Anderson. Here's Knox. Quick stick there. Saris. What a save from McLeod, going to his right off the toe cap. Braden Saris. Call from the bench was get some rest. They want them to slow down this possession. Saris will get a lot of rest now as he heads off, as this shot off the shoulder of McLeod and up out of play. This is Burlington killing off a penalty now, 1:20 left in that. And it is the back half of that double minor to Brendan Boyle. After that skirmish at the end of that second period. Anderson being worked over. Here's English. English draws a double team and hooked on to Anderson will pick up. Everybody stopped to look at the ref, whose arm was high, and they're still looking for the loose ball, which will finally be picked up by Burlington. Fresh 30 seconds for Ty Archie. And the stick slamming on the bench of the Chiefs. Outside for English. Big time pick there from Anderson. And a holding call coming. Chris Williams thankful for that stoppage. His arm was high for the majority of that 30 seconds. Clock must have kept running there a few seconds. As they're showing 11:34 with 14 left on the Burlington penalty. And I believe hold for 4 seconds is going to be the call here in-house. Whitby Peterborough on the blue rink behind us. As the East Division matchup takes center stage over alongside Lance Wynn. Fresh off calling Olympic softball coverage is Lance Wynn. Glad and privileged to have him aboard for the day. Pat Gregoire will be in at 5 p.m. as we take you all the way through to the primetime matchup tonight at 9 p.m. over on the blue turf. Scott Delzato. Play was blown in. Clock was held for 4 seconds. I think he was waiting for the clock to run, as it does now, and takes all the penalty time down. Anderson. Straight into the middle. Delzato and English. Here's Pilcher. Delzato's hard shot as, pardon me, I called Pilcher and thought it was weird that Knox wasn't out there. I was about to comment, but it was Knox and not Pilcher. Ty Argent, the man on the crease on that most recent power play set. Here's Tyler Halls. Again, good to see him back out there after what looked like an awkward fall into the boards. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Right back here for Maya. His shot rolling around under that left leg of Lucas Nagy, but another save and keeps it on the correct side of the goal line. Both these teams making a bid for top spot here in the West Division. And it's been a tight battle since the get-go. Here's Knox. Delzato behind his back. English quickly down to the crease for Anderson. His shot. And in the crease as he landed after the fact. That would have been interesting if that went in as he was close to the line. Carter Zavitz. Couple side steps here. And a swim move, one-on-one. St. Catharines' Gavin Howard keeping it outside. And now the turnover. Delzato. Halfway through the shot clock. They work it there for Knox. For English, had room to shoot, elects to go to Delzato instead, who forces McLeod into a save and then gets the reset. 5-on-5 as Pilcher comes onto the floor now. Ty Argent and English. Pilcher for Anderson. Anderson taking the long way around, goes to his wrong side, passes for Argent. Anderson with it back. Delzato, a low shot, and for the second time today, McLeod making the save, but not all of it as the ball trickles out and over the line, and we're tied up once again here on the red turf for the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Sam English gaining control of that face-off is Travassos. There for the win. Here's Saris. Right in Saris, into the corner. Back for Anderson. Dancing around, pushed outside. Elects to go down in the corner for Knox, looking quick stick. Just not there for Saris. Dale Sandate Macomber having all kinds of trouble with it. We'll just flip it towards the cage. And McLeod making one of the easier saves he'll make on the day. Big hit there between Riggs and Liam Ham after Ham had passed off. Now Maya over to the far side. There's running room there for Simmons, but he slams on the brakes. Simmons another 99. Shot and a goal as it comes from the far side. I believe that's LeClaire who's fired up as he regains the lead for St. Catharines. So we go back to the faceoff dot. Travasos and Kaminga. And it will be Travasos that wins it through his legs. Straight back and into the stick of the C wearing Jacob Saunders. English slams in the break, stumbled. Took a bit of a hack there as well, but now Saris will put it back in the corner. 5 for the lead. St. Catharines just retaking it on the most recent goal by Sam Leclerc. Pilon spins back away from pressure. For Maya. Over to the far side. Zavitz, no help. So he returns for Ham, who shoots there in a big collision. Stick got high. With the official right there, and Maya will pull it out of the pile. Looks like Boyle again using size to his advantage down in the corner. It's back for Liam Ham. Shot through. Nagy trying to get it back into his crease. And hurt is Simmons. Looked like he was getting up slowly. He may have just been tangled up. As he does get back to the bench. Anderson. Taken down there to the side of the cage and then sat upon nearly by Tyler Halls. As cutting to the net. Diving attempt there from Pilcher. Trying to clear the crease before the ball arrives, and he does. It's Anderson. As a 3-on-1 in favor of St. Catharines. Ball carrier takes it himself, and it's in the corner. This is textbook St. Catharines, textbook Steve Toll run junior lacrosse right now. As hard-nosed defense at one end, transition back the other way, and these mini runs that just pull forward enough. As now St. Catharines leading by 2. Nagy went for a quick drink of water there, and officials were making sure it didn't turn into an unofficial timeout as Michael Grace controls the faceoff here for McComber, who shoots and scores. And now the sticks of the Chiefs come alive over on their bench. (6-5) in favor of St. Catharines. This Chiefs squad just will not go away. Every game has seemed to be tight here in this tournament. Deus and Dante McComber again. Huge whack off the face-off, and it'll be controlled by McComber. Most recent goal scorer, he wants another. Being harassed there by a number of defenders, though. Trying to see if his chin strap is loose. It is on it's the one that holds the cage in place. And they were trying to call him off the floor, was the Burlington bench. Here's Pilon with Boyle on him. Pilon down into the corner. He comes back up top. Simmons. Spinning back. Works for Leclerc. Cecile, the head came off his stick, it looks like. So he's just going to stand on the ball over on the boards, then run straight through the St. Catharines player. jumps on the bench like nothing happened. Burlington down by 1. Again, would love to get the win here with that tie on their record that'll be settled tomorrow morning. Not sure what'll happen after the game between Six Nations and Burlington, as there's an errant stick down on the floor, so take the wins when you can. No good that time, however, as here's St. Catharines back. Keaton Zavitz to the outside, up top for Gavin Howard. Zavitz looking there for Keaton Zavitz. That was Carter for Keaton. As Burlington out of the corner will get it up over center with Marinier. He plays hidden ball trick with Scott Delzato and then gives it off to Sam English. English, now Anderson. Pilcher outside for Knox. Tries the quick stick on the crease for Anderson. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Anderson and Sam English now. Up top, huge shot there from Knox, and McLeod stands up to make the save. Still 6-5. Shots now 33-27 in favor of Burlington with under 3 minutes left to go here in regulation time. Braden Maya for LeClaire. Outside Simmons. Now Maya again. Pick and roll there with Pilon, had the corner, and it was just lifted high over top of the net. Shot clock reset as it's shoveled towards. And the officials will blow it dead as the shot clock was reset inadvertently. Delzato up over center. For Saris. For Argent, now McComber. Ailson Dotsie McComber, the swim move, tries to shovel it forward. Intercepted here by St. Catharines. Taylor Halls. For Zavitz. Tyler Halls will stay on now. Carter Zavitz. Back for Halls, who ducks out of the way of a check from Saunders. Gavin Howard. Big hit there, knocked the ball out of the stick of Howard as Grace has it. Michael Grace playing hidden ball there with, as it came back for Anderson, looked like he gloved it down. And bench was right on top of that as the shot comes from Anderson as McLeod make the save. McLeod playing up for Aiden Bice. He'll gain the zone, and now change coming off the bench. Spinning back here is Maya. Pass from LeClaire out to the far boards. Pilon turns and shoots. If he can hone that in, he's going to get a couple here, but starting to run out of time, and they're going to call that a reset as Pilon chases it all the way back down in front of his own bench. Big collision here, and I think a timeout's being called by St. Catharines as Thomas Whitty was getting double teamed in along the boards. 41 and a half seconds remain here in regulation time. St. Catharines will have the ball. Beautiful timeout call there by Steve Toll. And I don't believe, the officials are trying to sort it out. Don't believe that St. Catharines has called one, or excuse me, Burlington has called one in this game. So they'll have both of theirs remaining. And they should get the ball back with the shot clock at 20 seconds. And again, 41 and a half in the game in what's a 6-5 St. Catharines lead. To reset for you, Brampton yet to play on the afternoon as they have a 3-1 record. In fact, they'll be up next against Six Nations Arrows The Buzz, with their win this morning, have gone 1 point ahead of both Burlington and Six Nations, and 2 points ahead of St. Catharines. So Brampton and Oakville with 6 points, Burlington, Six Nations with 5, and St. Catharines with 4. So St. Catharines wanting the win to keep pace with Brampton, Oakville. Burlington needing the win to take top spot outright. And, of course, that tie will be settled tomorrow morning. Thomas Whitty. Big hit coming there, and huge collision there with Simmons. He looks to be hurt as it's picked up by Saunders. And Simmons slows it down, and immediately as it was picked up by Saunders, timeout was called by everybody on the bench, and they'll call Nagy. Looking for something here in the last 25 seconds. Trying to tie our Burlington. A loss here does not take them out of it, however. As I said, just 1 point back of Brampton and Oakville. Huge game coming up next between Six Nations and Brampton, though, just as these two teams are 1 point apart. The Excelsiors and the Arrows Express also 1 point apiece. Again, that game coming up 3 o'clock local time. Here on the red turf, you won't have to change your YouTube channel at all. Blue side will feature Toronto Beaches. Orangeville Northman Beaches picking up a win earlier today. So Braden Saris will start it again. Here for Burlington. Goalie out. Looking to tie. 25 seconds left. Out to the outside. They work there with Ty Argent. And the defense there to take it out of his stick, and then a little too much with the ball on the ground. 12 seconds remaining here. It's played up top, peak of the clock by Argent. Delzato, Saris, Argent. Delzato's shot, 4 on the clock. Time running out as there's a huge rugby scrum for it. And St. Catharines will get the victory as they try and sort out the carnage down there on the floor. But my goodness, what a game. Start to finish here between the St. Catharines Athletics, who will now move to 3-2 with 6 points, tying them with Brampton and Oakville. Six Nations with a chance to go and join that group coming up here in about 46 minutes time. 2:14 local. That game comes your way at 3. Dying seconds here. It looks like Whitby's going to take a 7-3 victory over Peterborough. Over on the blue side, Lance Wynn will be there most of the day as well. Reminder to subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. You won't miss a minute of the action as we bring you 22 games here from the Toronto Rock Athletic Centre, part of the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League season, brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. On behalf of our JVI Sports Network crew, I'm Matthew Carrick, taking a 45-minute break, and we'll be back with our next game, which again is Six Nations and Brampton.